Hi, welcome to the day 16. I'm really excited to be talking to you today about how can you leverage the payment integration in the Power Pages. So I'm Ambesh Singh, Power Platform and Dynamic 365 architect, and I'm also the mentor and the ambassador of 365 Saturdays and the Power community. So basically, when we talk about the payment integration, so the payment integration feature what or the product what we do have available is called as an Stripe. It is in the preview. So the first thing it is in the preview, and this is a recommendation from the Microsoft. If something is in the preview, you should not go for the production or the go live with that functionality because they might have some restricted functionalities in that. They might have some bugs inside which Microsoft is planning to fix this before the go live. Second thing, it only worked with the enhanced data model. So you need to be very cautious if you are not using the enhanced data model or if your reason doesn't support that one, then this functionality or this integration won't work. The another important part is we need to create an Stripe account and get the developer's API key from there. How you can do this, I will show you probably at the last of the session. And then another important aspect is you need at least one currency column in the data was table, which you are going to use in the multi-step form, which I mentioned in the next step. So you also need a multi-step form where you can integrate the payment form or something. Now the question is how to set up the payment integration. So the first thing is we need to install the package. We know we have to go to the Design Studio setup section from the left navigation or the left blade. Go to the integration external app, click on the install, and the magic turn. After that, you have to just restart the entire website from the site admin, and then you have to configure it. So for the configuration, again, you have to go to the setup. You have to go to the external app, and this time you have to open the Stripe. And in the manage gear icon, you can go with the enable integration payment, provide the secret keys and the secret values there, and that is done. And the secret keys and the values you will get it from the Stripe dashboard from the developer area. After this, again you have to save, you have to sync, and then you have to restart the portal. Once you've done this activity, we have to go and enable the payment experience on the form. So we have to go to the to the multi-select form, and then we have to enable the enable the digital payment toggle there on the particular form or the steps, basically where we need this. And that's all. Then you have to test it. If it is working fine, that's good. If it is not working fine, then you have to look for the other possibilities from the documentation which is available on the Stripe website, as well as to the Microsoft documentation also, that what could be the common errors and the resolution for that one. What are the good which I liked it in the whole offering? So the first thing is it's the first native support for the payment. Like before that, you probably know that Power Pages were not out of box has been supported by the payment gateways, but now we have the first native support for the payment gateways to the Power Pages, which has been asked by the multiple customers in the recent past. Also, the preview come with a great documentation, which I really like it. I usually don't find a lot of or in-depth documentation when something is in the preview. So there are some announcements, there are some short blocks or something, but from the documentation perspective, sometimes I really found there's a gap into that one. But this, like when you go through the documentation regarding this topic, you will get all the enough details. Like I just gone through in a couple of minutes. It's really clear, step by step process, and there are a lot of workarounds also. If you got this error, then what could be the possibilities, how to fix that. So everything worked like a charm for me. You have to build and test, you know, with the enhanced data model where you have this enhanced data model available. So it's work like a charm. There is no coding required. Everything is going in a low code offering way. So you don't need to write a complex JavaScript. You don't need to write a C# plugin or any other development effort required. It's not required here. Also, the main important thing, the whole picture is without the separate infrastructure requirement. So you don't need to bother about the infrastructure to facilitate your server-side processing. everything is done out of box within the Power Pages infrastructure and the Stripe infrastructure. What I don't like it. So the first thing what I don't like is around the webhooks, which is still not clear to me, not yet implemented properly, or how to use it. I can show you like what I mean. That one, handling the payment which has been failed, it's really a pain right now because whatever the record has been, you just initiate. Everything has been created as in status created. But if it's something has been filled, you really don't know like what could be the error code and the other information around that. Also, there's an insufficient payment gateway data. So as I mentioned, like the Stripe payment from the injection automatically is a step in the multi-step form, and then there is no error code if something has been failed. You cannot position the Stripe form or the payment gateway form that, okay, you need it on the top of the form, you need it at the bottom of your main form, or the left or the right. The positioning cannot be done right away. I'm assuming that this can be done or this can be offered in the near future, or maybe by the general availability of this offering, but really finger crossed. And the worst part, which I could tell you, that the plain text secret keys stored in the data was table, which I hope this is really need to be fixed. But again, this is in a preview feature, so I'm not sure that what is in plan from the Microsoft around this. I already passed this information to my ex-colleagues in the Redmond and the Bangalore in India, the product team. So they might look into this issue and then they probably come up with a fix before they're making this offering as a general availability. So now just let have a quick look. How does it look on the real system? So the first thing, as I mentioned, you have to create a Stripe account. So you have to go to the Stripe, you have to create an account there, like sign up there. And once you sign up, you can come to the developer area. In the developer area, you can see, okay, like all of the different analytics there. Okay, when how many webhooks are there, how many fails, API request, everything more from the analytical perspective. Then you can get an API keys here. So you get publishing keys and the secret here. Then you get the webhook because I have already integrated with one of the portals. So that's why you can already get the listeners here and you can use it. All of the things related with the events. So those logs are there. Then you get the logs, okay, what come in, what goes out, and every information around that. And then if you really need to integrate this with some Stripe app, so this area you can get it. What is important and how does it look like on the page? So I just recently executed and yeah, the payment has been done. So you have to use the credit card, maybe you can get some test credit cards numbers, and then you can use it actually if the transaction has been completed or not completed, and whatever you get the information back here. In the design studio, let's just talk quickly about what we have to do it. So as I mentioned, in the setup area, you have to go to the external app, which is again in the preview. So you have two apps, DocuSign and the Stripe product. In the Stripe, you have to go to the manage. The first thing you have to install it. And once you install, you refresh the page and then you can go to the manage. You can provide the publish key and the secret key, save it, restart the portal from the from the site admin, and the first step has been done. The next step is then we have to go to the pages where we have to integrate this. So example, I have this on the payment page, which is one of the multi-step form. So you go to the form, you have to just include which step you would like to put the payment. So probably example, I would like to put it on the donor details or something like this. And here in the step setting, so the first thing what you have to go to the app integration and enable the digital payment from here. So this functionality would be, I would say, enabled or enabled for the toggling once the completed step has been installed and configured properly. And then you have to choose the amount field. So this need to be a currency field. This is important in the setup. Then you can put any information here which is okay. What you want to achieve it from here. You want to create a new record, update the existing code, and whatever the form name, steps name, and everything is already there. So it's not a big deal here. It look like this, and as I mentioned, like it always be at this particular position. You can't change the position, nothing related around the CSS and so on. So this is a mystery, like how we need to proceed with this this option, but it really worked like a charm here. The downside, or maybe let's go a bit depth into that one. So once you install or install the solution, basically these three solution will be installed automatically. Like these all are the managed solutions. So Power Pages step integration V2, Power Pages payment V2, and the Power Pages encrypted setting V2. We can have a look for every solution there, but when I basically talked about Power Pages step integration V2, the first solution. So basically, like this look like a place where I would expect to find most of this stuff, except like I would expect, but there is nothing visible there. I guess that actual feature was included in the Power Pages web app itself, as you can see probably later into the whole architecture diagram on their server side is essential elements or secure integration of the payment gateway. So this information can get it on the documentation part. The second thing is the second solution is the Power Pages payment V2. So here you can find the more interesting items which is related with the payment table, like a PP underscore payment. There is one thing, and then you probably have the two choices there: payment status and the payment, I think provider or something. So that makes sense and look good. And the third solution is the Power Pages encrypted setting V2. So just I quote as an encrypted setting, but here I can find the only table encrypted setting, and this look like where this type configuration keys are stored. I open the table, view the contact, and I could not believe my eyes. So despite the table name here, the column name encrypted value, the actual Stripe secrets key value stored as plain text. And yeah, as I said, Microsoft, this is not good enough, and I hope this will be fixed soon before the general availability. Let me quickly show about the solutioning what I'm just talking about. So I just quickly open the solution one, nothing there. Now go to the solution two here quickly, and the payment. You see the one table with the two choice options or options there, and then let's quickly go to the third one. Here, which is the encrypted setting V2, and there's a table. I just open the table here, and yeah, and then you can see I have a column which called the encrypted setting ID and the values, encrypted values, and these are the plain text. So I really don't believe it, like how it can be the plain text and so on. And anyway, after the video, I have to change the or regenerate the values because it has been recorded here for a safer side. But just to tell the audience, like this is something not what I expected, even probably in the preview also, because this is really a kind of the security breach. But as I mentioned, the feedback has been already passed, and let's see how Microsoft is dealing with this. And then I would thank you everyone to provide your precious time, and stay tuned for the next interesting tip from our colleagues there. Thank you so much.